what you want is golden throne, but I'm a little stronger now. You cashed in on my promises. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out, 'cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger, a little stronger now.
Good morning. Yeah, I'm over here, got like an 1800s mullet going on. So, funny story, we were curling my hair. We're getting it ready to do the hairstyle that we're going to do for the shoot, which you've already seen by now, but this was our inspiration photo. Gonna do something along those lines, but we ran out of bobby pins. So once she got to the top of my head, my friend Megan was doing my hair, and she had to take bobby pins from the back because we're forever unprepared. So what's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. What are you doing? Okay, so I am going to try a new primer. This is the Givenchy. Well, it's not a new primer. It's new to me. That I think that they actually discontinued this primer, but it's a redness canceling primer. And I have a lot of redness going on today because I did a glycolic mask last night. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of this all over my face. Oh, I really like this primer. I kind of hope that they didn't discontinue it, actually. I think that they're reformulating and they came out with one to replace it. Hopefully it works just as well. Definitely feel like it has cut down my redness quite a bit, but I definitely have like this slight green tint all over. So we are gonna go in with some foundation now. I am definitely like 100% going to be doing my eyes first because this is like my main inspiration pick. Let me show it to you guys. I just really love the pink coming down onto the cheeks. So yeah, I don't really know what I want to do with the rest of the face after that. We're gonna wing it like usual. I think I'm gonna use a beauty sponge this time because I want really full coverage and I don't want any bristles on my face. Since I did that glycolic mask, I'm feeling a little bit sensitive today. So I'm just gonna mix the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir with the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. This is the shade Ivory and this is the shade 102 Fair Porcelain. This is a little too light, this is a little too dark, so together they should make the perfect match. The Vitalist Healthy Elixir tends to be like a little bit too greasy for me by itself, you know what I'm saying? Like I really, really love the texture of it, but by the end of the day, like it seriously, you're like, okay, this is looking a little heavy, you know. My husband brought me toast. All right, your girl is fed. It's time to get this ish on the road. Wow, I think that I really, really, really like this primer. I know that it's my first time using it, but I definitely feel like I don't feel as inclined to use as much foundation because it's already cut down like half of the redness in my face. Because that's really my main thing. Like I don't struggle with a lot of breakouts and stuff like that. Like obviously I have my own little things here and there, but it's not a huge struggle for me. My main thing is just like surface redness. Since I'm so fair, my skin is like translucent. That is something that is like a really, really big thing. If you are looking to solve a problem, like try to ask yourself, what am I using foundation for? You know what I'm saying? Is it because I have redness? Is it because I have breakouts? You know, obviously some people struggle with acne and it's just been a lifelong struggle for them, and that's a different story. But if you are somebody who, like, for example, doesn't really have much of a skincare routine and you're looking for foundation to cover up your acne or to make your skin look smooth and not dry or whatever it may be, 9 times out of 10 you can solve what you are looking to solve before your foundation. So always ask yourself, like, what can I use before my foundation outside of wearing foundation to solve the problems that I'm wanting to solve? Could it be a different cleanser, a different primer, a different face wash? You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I will always struggle with surface redness on some level. That's just how my skin is. My surface redness has gotten substantially better over the years because I've changed the products that I've used in terms of skincare routine. I've also stopped using so many physical exfoliators. I only do a physical exfoliator every once in a while. The majority of the time I do a chemical exfoliant. It's much more gentle on the skin so it won't irritate it. But yeah, I mean, little things like using this primer to cut down the redness before I put my foundation on can actually help your foundation look way better, because then you don't feel the need to put on as much foundation because you've already cut down some of the redness, you know, little things like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna set my face. Actually, I'm gonna do concealer. All right, I'm gonna go in with my usual concealer routine. So I'm gonna take, what am I thinking? I almost held my product up to my microphone rather than up to my camera. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I'm taking the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Concealer. Please ignore my nails. Then I'm just gonna take a small amount of the Tarte Shape Tape. I was kind of back and forth on whether I should even apply this, but I'm gonna apply a little bit just in case, because I don't really know what's going to be showing and what's not in terms of my face, like how much of my cheeks are gonna be showing and stuff like that, because I'm blending my eyeshadow down pretty dang far. But I just want to make sure that I have the coverage that I need so that whatever does kind of peek through, it won't really matter. All right, now I'm gonna take a little bit of the Laura Mercier setting powder. You can never go wrong with this stuff. I'm just gonna take that on the opposite side of my sponge, and we're just going to set thoroughly. I'm probably going to use a little bit more powder here than I would on a regular basis, because I wanna make sure that the eyeshadow that I blended down will blend appropriately. Oh, I have a question for you guys. Do you like really in-depth tutorials, like really breaking down every little step and stuff like that, really showing you exactly what I'm using, how I'm using it, why I'm using it, and everything in between? Or do you like more of the sit down, chill, just kind of casual, get ready with me's where I just kind of talk and joke and laugh with you guys throughout the tutorial process? Obviously you want a good balance of both. Like, you want to have fun watching the videos, but then you also want to, who doesn't like to be educated, you know what I'm saying? And so I don't know, I go back and forth on whether I should make sure that I'm explaining every little thing that I'm doing very thoroughly, or to focus more on just like chatting and getting ready with you guys. The only reason I go back and forth is because there are so many makeup tutorials that have already given you like the in-depth, this is how you do eyeshadow, this is how you do foundation, you know, this is how you make your foundation last all day. Like, there's 5 million tutorials like that out there, and so I go back and forth. So let me know what you guys like to see. Just let me know. All right, and so for the rest of the face, like usual, I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier. This is the CandleGlow powder in the shade number 1. And I'm just gonna dust a light amount of that all over the rest of the face. This will give a nice glow to the face, as well as help to set everything. Now that I have that done, I'm going to spray my face. I'm just gonna spray my face with a little bit of the MAC Fix Plus. I say a little bit, and by a little bit I mean a lot. I'm almost out of this stuff. This will just help, obviously, all the powders to kind of soak and sink into the skin. You know what I think is kind of funny is that whenever this technique got started with a professional makeup artist, in terms of like the baking and then the setting with setting spray, I believe that Makeup by Mario was one of the ones who really made like baking really popular. He like baked Kim Kardashian and all this kind of stuff. It was literally like mainstreamed by a professional seasoned makeup artist, and now like a bunch of professional seasoned makeup artists are ridiculing social media influencers for doing a professional technique. You know what I'm saying? It's like, doesn't really make any sense there, but all right, seasoned artists do that stuff. And just because one seasoned artist does it doesn't mean that it's not okay for another seasoned artist to do it. Thus, social media influencers and stuff like that. So I don't know, I get a little bit heated about that sometimes, but now that is all dry. Let's start with the eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna take a little dot of my Tarte Shape Tape. This makes a decent eye primer. Not my favorite eye primer in the world. Some people are like, oh my gosh, it makes such a good eye primer. And I'm like, it's aight. All right, I am going to dip into the IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty palette, and I'm gonna take this shade Soulful right here. This is just like a nice, it's like a nude mauve. might be too nude. I might go into something else. Let me see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go into a brighter shade. So now I'm just gonna dip into the Sephora Pro Cool Toned palette. I'm gonna go into this like neon pink shade here. Yeah, that's more of what I need. And I'm not filling in my brows yet because I might not fill them in at all, honestly. And I'm gonna bring this all the way up into that brow, as well as across the lid. Now I'm gonna start to take it underneath. The great thing about this look is that you can be very, very messy. Oh my gosh, I love these shadows to death. They are just the easiest thing to work with. Like, I'm literally putting this shade on top of powder right now, and it is as vibrant as can be. Glad I put all that concealer under my eye. No, but for real, I think that it did provide a good base for the eyeshadow to blend onto, you know? Now I'm gonna reach into that darker pink right there, and we're just gonna start to deepen this up a little bit. What's also great about this look is that I literally don't have to worry about fallout. I'm just gonna blend it all together anyways. So she has very solid, it's like a solid blend of color in the picture, but I think I want to do more of like a streaky, kind of make it look like it's running down my face. All right, now we need a good red. I'm basically doing all of one eye first just to kind of figure out what I'm doing. I'll probably end up mixing both of these together, but we definitely want that red in there. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just tap, 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 getting a good mixture and then doing little circular motions to start to blend it down and out. I'm gonna keep going into that dark purple shade, and I think I'm just gonna really darken the inner corner here up into the brow. All right, I'm gonna take this red liner from NYX, and I'm just going to line my waterline. All right, I kind of have an idea. We're gonna see how it works out. I'm just gonna go in with the Superfan mascara from Smashbox and just gonna give a generous coat to my lashes. Really, really hope that I don't smudge it. Okay, I almost want these to be like clumpy. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of my IT Cosmetics Superhero. Not that this formula is super clumpy, but my Smashbox is drying out, so it's hard to build up. This one is much more liquidy, so it's easier to build up. Okay, so now I think I'm going to do the same thing on this side, but I'm going to do white lashes. You guys, I have literally used the Morphe M513 brush for like everything on this look so far. It is my life. I just use it for everything. Since I'm doing literally the exact same thing on this side that I did on this side, I'm gonna go ahead and just do that really quick off camera to save some time and battery. I will be right back before I apply the white on this side. Okay, so to kind of soften the lines in between, I'm just kind of bringing a little bit of that lighter pink shadow in between, just so that it doesn't look like hard lines, but I want it to kind of have a little bit of the effect of almost like I had a bad Valentine's Day and I'm crying it off, you know, casual. Okay, so now I'm gonna try this and I really hope that it works out. Might hate it, might love it, who knows? Life's all about taking risks. I'm gonna take a teeny tiny bit of, I guess, a liquid liner. I'll take the NYX Epic Ink liquid liner, and I'm just going to, I'm so scared of this. I'm scared of this liner because it got messed up on the plane last time I traveled, but I'm just gonna do a light lining. Oh my gosh, this tickles so bad. Oh, I tried really hard not to blink there. Now that I think this is dry, I'm gonna try to flick this off with just a little mascara spoolie guy. Yeah, I'll probably have to touch up my eyeshadow a little bit, but that worked like a dream. Okay, now I need to decide what I'm gonna do with my lips. Well, actually, I know what I wanna do. I'm gonna do red. All right, so we are going to use a fun little concoction. I'm gonna take a mixture of the Bite Beauty Liquefied Lip in the shade Candied. It's kind of like, it's this red right here. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of my Kat Von D lipstick in the shade Witches, and we're just gonna mix a tiny amount of those together until we get a really nice blood red. Okay, so now we just kind of have a good dark base, very similar to my nail color. It's a little bit more on like the black ashy side, but we're gonna put a little bit of this gloss on top so it'll all tie together. All right, and I'm gonna take the same NYX lip pencil and I'm just gonna start to line underneath. Okay, so I just wanted to get a general outline, and now I'm gonna take a little lip brush. Okay, I have this Real Techniques one, but I might also use a pencil brush. I'm gonna try this pencil brush and see how I like it. This is actually an eyeshadow brush, but I really like the shape of it. Yeah, I actually really freaking like the way that that little pencil brush applied this lip color. All right, I'm going to take this Monica Dar. This is like a gloss stain, and it just really has like the perfect undertone. However, I hate the applicator, so I'm actually gonna take it onto my hand here, and then probably just apply it with my finger. Going for that vinyl lip look. So I think I just want to clean it up just a little bit right in here. I have quite a bit of foundation left over here because I mixed some extra. And so I'm just going to take a little concealer brush, taking this little teeny tiny detail brush from Sephora. And I'm just going to pick up a little bit of that foundation. Okay, so we are gonna go do my hair. We're gonna do that pull-up mohawk, and there's probably gonna be a little curl falling down. So I think I'm gonna let that curl fall and then do like some red on this side, but I want to see how the hair is gonna fall first, and then we'll go off and we'll figure out what we're gonna do with the forehead. But yeah, so I'm gonna go off camera and we're gonna do that, and then I'll come back and we'll finish off the look. All right, so just got my hair done. Megan freaking killing the game over here. I'll put her little Instagram right here. You guys can go follow her. She's amazing. Now that we kind of have everything placed, I am going to go in with some red eyeshadow. I think I'm going to do some red just kind of like around the edges. So I'm just going to take that same red shade, and then I'll probably dip into just a little bit of that burgundy to deepen it once I have kind of the base down. And I want it to be a little bit pointed, as weird as that may sound. Wow, this red is pulling just as pink as the pink is, so that's fun. This is like a really old BH Cosmetics palette that I have, but I'm gonna try it. I feel so kind of like 80s right now. Alright, last thing I think I want to do is just add a little bit. I'm going to kind of stipple on some highlighter. So I'm literally just going to take this little stippling brush. Sorry, I'm distracted. I'm using the Jeffree Star highlighter in the shade Frostbite. I'm just stippling some of that kind of into the hairline and all over that red there. I guess I'm just brushing some of that over the ears. Why don't we just brush some of that right along the nose as well? Alright guys, so I'm just wearing this bodysuit that I got from Forever 21. This choker I actually got from Walmart. And make sure to go follow my friend Megan, who did this amazingness on my hair. I'll link her Instagram down below. Okay guys, so I actually changed my makeup a little bit. We just got done filming the intro and the outro, and I just went ahead and covered up the white with black and threw on some lashes. I'll list the lashes down below, what style they are and brand and everything like that. And then I just did more of that stippling all along the forehead here and brought it down actually onto my brow bone a little bit to just kind of give a little bit more dimension and kind of connect everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and check out this video right here where I actually turned myself into an avant-garde ice princess queen thing. It's a lot of fun, one of my favorite videos that we've ever shot. So make sure to check it out and then hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!